Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble news channel. This weekend's attempt on the life of Donald Trump showed that the world is getting more and more chaotic. Even though things are crazy, Bitcoin is still a bright spot of hope, absorbing the chaos in the financial world and giving people gains that can change their lives. This is likely why Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, said on CNBC this morning that he was wrong about Bitcoin and that it is a real financial tool. Could the market be about to go up on Bitcoin? Hey there, this is Bitcoin Daily. I'm Dante Cook, and I run Swamp Business. To be honest, this past weekend still has me a little shaken up. Lots of questions, doubts, and worries are going through my mind right now. Because of these events and the world we live in now with social media, I think we all need to remember that we are still people and have feelings and emotions. Living in chaos all the time is definitely changing us. The way a whole generation thinks, acts, and behaves is being shaped and changed by it. We've been trying to get this message across about the fiat system and how it has completely changed how we think about money, how we think about investing, and how millions of people around the world handle their money. A lot of boomers also don't get why millennials and other younger groups are interested in Bitcoin. We do this because we think Bitcoin can help people get from chaos to hope. Natalie says this really well in a new Fox interview with Charles Payne. You may have heard of crypto, which is another place where people are making a lot of money. Anyone for Bitcoin? Why do people like Bitcoin so much? Why do they like crypto so much? I need to tell you something. 2/8 of young people said they want it, and I'll explain why. Bitcoin, 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 until it crashed in 2013. How about 315 million%, 315,000%? There is one problem. It was last when it wasn't number one. Still, 315,000%. I'm always ready to ride that wave. Now it's time for CoinStory's show host Natalie Brunetti, who is one of my favorite experts on the subject. With the chance of our whole lives, especially for kids and teens. As millennials, we've been through a lot of cash problems. In 2008 and 2009, my family lost everything, and we've seen these pieces of paper that the government prints out of thin air lose all of their value. We spend our time and energy on them. Our leaders are in their 70s and 80s, and we've seen them get very rich while people our age post movies on social media about how they can't pay their rent and buy food. It's been hard for millennials and Gen Z to keep up with the economy. Young people are thinking about where they can put their money for the next 100 years and how they can save for their children and the next generation. Bitcoin is really the link between chaos and hope. Charles, what are they going to buy? Bonds. Ladies and guys of my time don't like bonds. A list of stocks. That's pretty much the same thing as keeping an eye on the growth of the money supply. And only a few companies are making money. You're buying a few wins to make up for the hundreds of losers. How can you be sure that a company will be around for 100 years when you have to choose stocks? What about homes and land? I can't just buy a small house and take it with me everywhere. Charles, I can't sell even a small part of your watch. So, Bitcoin is the best thing for young people and millennials. It's the way to get ahead financially, and it will eat away at all the other assets that have kept older generations so healthy. So when we normally buy and sell things during the day, we're making things equal. We're building a strong base of principles that everyone agrees something is worth. That means that when you print money or make money, you are upsetting the balance. Bitcoin takes in the economic and financial chaos that comes from printing money and gives you returns that will change your life. It was actually a BlackRock chart that Charles Payne and Natalie were going over on that show. It shows that Bitcoin has been the best performing currency in the world for 10 of the last 13 years, and 11 of the last 14 years if things keep going the way they are this year. BlackRock did the study for their elliott Bitcoin ETF product. It showed why everyone should have Bitcoin in their portfolio. BlackRock's view on Bitcoin has changed a lot because of the success of elliott, the Bitcoin exchange traded fund. It's also changed because the company's CEO has gone from being skeptical to a full-on Bitcoin bull as he's gone down the rabbit hole. Larry Fink says he was wrong about Bitcoin in this interview that aired this morning on CNBC. He goes from saying Bitcoin is a pet rock to saying it is a real asset that everyone should have in their portfolio. As a hedge against fear and doubt in the world, it gives us hope. I know you were one of the first people to be open to crypto. People can now be in Bitcoin because of you. We've heard that Ethereum is on your mind. Wow, these are amazing. That's not at all what BlackRock is known for. So it's clear that you think this could be an option. Do you need a choice to be able to do something? Is this something that people who will be living there for a long time should have? Of course. You already know that I wasn't sure. I took the time to study and learn about it because I was a proud skeptic. When I was done, I realized that my view 5 years ago was wrong. This is my view. Say today, this is what I believe I think the chance is today. I think that Bitcoin is real. While I'm not saying it can't be abused like any other financial tool, I am saying that it is a real tool that can give you returns that aren't linked with other investments. That being said, I think it's something you buy when you're more scared. It's a tool for when you think that countries are devaluing their currencies, which some countries do by running huge deficits. There may be places in the world where you're scared of daily life and have the chance to invest in something that your country can't control. Then you'll have more power over your money. A big part of me thinks that Bitcoin has a place in stocks. I think that will be one of the types of assets that we all look at. I still see it as digital gold, and I think everyone should too. It's a good way to look at things besides being hopeful about the world, if you will. If you want to protect your hope, Bitcoin is not a good choice unless you think you can make a lot of money with it. If you show off your financial smarts in something that makes you more afraid of the world and your own survival, I see it as a way for you to express yourself. I think it can be used in a large business. I believe lots of people are not seeing that. Cuts in interest rates, loads of cash. Going forward in 2024, it looks like more chaos is going to be the norm. We'll keep an eye on this because we think Bitcoin is the best way to handle financial chaos or M2 liquidity around the world. It looks like M2 cash is starting to come out. People's long-term savings and holdings will always be worth more now that Bitcoin is popular. Fear of losing Bitcoin or their life savings is one reason why people don't invest in it. Around here at Swan, one of our favorite things to do is teach people about tried and true ways to keep their Bitcoin savings and wealth safe. Experts and proven methods can help you deal with that fear. You can find them on this show and others. Wednesday, 2 members of our engineering team, Christian Amundsen and Brandon Black, will teach a webinar about how to keep your Bitcoin safe. They will show you different ways to keep your Bitcoin safe, from single sig to multi-sig in a program like Swan Vault. They will be joined by Terrence Yang, a lawyer from our Swan private team who used to work on traditional Wall Street at Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. He will help you think through these especially tough problems. It's free of charge. Follow the link in the text below to sign up. There's no need to worry if you can't make it live. We'll send you the recording later. Bitcoin stands for hope, and it really shines when things are going badly. No matter how crazy things got this weekend, Bitcoin seems to be handling it well. As of today, Bitcoin's price was well over $63,000. It's only a matter of time before we hit all-time highs.